As you guys approach him, he looks at the forest rather nervously and begins sort of walking away.
He's cornered. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, as you guys begin approaching him, like it's sort of obvious that four of you are heading towards him. He sort of like turned to walk away, almost like nope.
Oh no!
But it appears he's not quite assertive enough to actually just like break into a run. And so when you catch up to him, he just sort of stops and turns around and looks between a lot of you very nervously. He's like, "Can I help?" I don't
Where's
want
the
any trouble.
sisters?
Dude.
Whoa! Oh no! Pizza's unsheathing her wooden dagger.
Well, as you do so, he looks down and sort of like puts his hose like, "Whoa, whoa! I don't want any trouble. Look. Are you you say this word?
Hey, what are you gonna roll perception to see if he's like, is that a wooden dagger?
Look, are you guys with Canute? Because if you are, look, I'll have his payment soon. I get paid next week. Like, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Listen. We want to find Canute. Can you tell us where to find?
Find what?
You're
Did you actually
going
say
to play this game right after you just said the name.
Oh, did you actually say the Sisters Grom?
No, he said Canute.
Oh, Canute. Oh, okay. He's like, oh, you work for him, right? So you know where he is. I don't know. I just borrowed some money.
Icicle dagger comes out.
Look,
straight to the chest.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't have my money. Look, I have it. Like, I don't have anything on me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be smart. Like, you guys work for Canute, right? Right?
Silence. And the dagger remains there.
What? I don't have anything.
Yeah. Gonna put a arm on or a leg on side. Come on, this isn't necessary.
Yeah. The icicle dismisses. The antler brightens again.
What do you guys want? If you're not here to collect money,
Exactly what we asked.
you want to know where Canute is?
Yes.
I mean, he lives a few doors down. At least that's where he usually is. That's where I went when I borrowed money from him. Why? You guys need a loan? If you don't borrow from him. He's terrible.
How much do you owe him?
His eyes narrow. Who's asking?
The T-poser.
She holds out a gold coin. This is asking.
He looks down. Looks at her. What's your game, Missy? What are you trying to do here?
Information, and I bail you out. No strings.
Right? No strings.
None.
Okay. Forward tentatively. What do you want to know?
as much as I can about Canoe.
Well, he's a local loan shark. He'll offer you loan, and then there's like, he not only does he want what you owe him back, but usually he wants like twice the amount on top of that. And if you don't pay him back, he sends thugs after you.
I'm guessing these thugs are a part of the Sisters Realm.
He blinks a couple times, like, and he gets sort of a little like fear on his face. What? No. Canute's independent. He's just a small timer. If you don't know about Sisters Grom, that's a whole different bucket of oats.
I have to take note of this one. So how much was this bail?
I don't know, lady. No offense, but seems a little fishy for a stranger, to suddenly come up and agree to pay your debts
Just
for
give the number.
you. I borrowed 7 gold pieces, but I owe him, I think it's like 28 now?
She takes out 50 and puts it in front of him. Extra to make sure it doesn't happen again.
He looks up. Are you people?
I don't know. Just ungulates with our hearts in the right place. Very well, Lord. Wow.
Thanks.
Goodbye, science.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. I don't know if I could ever repay this.
You already did. The deal is done.
Well, there's got to be something more I can do. I mean, Canoe's just like I said, a small timer. You said you wanted to know the sisters, right?
She stopped from when she was about to turn and walk away, turned back. If you know info about them,
Well,
this is another story, yes.
Well, I mean, I don't personally know a lot about them. I know that their hooves are in everything. You know,
Yes.
Canute stays low time because he doesn't want to attract their attention. And you know, they own a large part of the boroughs. They're actively trying to like take it over. In fact, time to time the other syndicate, the other mobs. I always struggle to find the right word because a random person knowing the word crime organization seems a bit of a stretch. Gangs, there we go. Well, the other larger gangs, in fact, sometimes they kind of team up against them. Like they're bad news.
They are bad news for all of them.
I mean, what do you guys? What's your dealing with them? What do you want?
She motions to Baiguang. They took something, and they are getting it back.
Like one
Glasses.
snorts in the affirmative.
He looks over at Bygone with a look of sympathy. I'm sorry, man. I don't think you're getting it back. Well, whatever it was.
As far as he can tell, Bai Guang probably just looks angry at nothing in particular or at everything.
Sorry, man. It's just the reality of the situation. You don't mess with the Sisters Grom. You just don't. Like, not only do they have like, the pick of whoever they want to work for them, they have some. Rumor has it they have some really messed up people working for them. Like I've heard they've had like, like people who are like actually crazy, kind of like the old crazy down by the river, but actually dangerous. I've heard they've got a few.
No.
Eh. I honestly never wanted to tussle with Grom in the first place. But I guess I have to do so eventually.
Best of luck. I hope you guys don't end up dead in the river.
Happens to someone eventually.
Helpful tip, by the way. He points at Corbine. You might want to hide that medallion. This is a pretty rough neighborhood, and throwing around money like this draw the wrong attention. If you want to avoid trouble, you gotta look and act like one of us.
Yeah. That's why I haven't hit it.
And in fact, Miss, that cloak of yours looks pretty nice. If you can get another one, I'd say rough that one up a bit. Make it look dirty.
You didn't hear me.
No. Carmine. Sai points to her exposed antlers. This is an example.
Well, I mean, you guys do you, I guess. I just hate to see you guys get mugged or killed.
I'd hate to see other people get mugged or killed.
But if you want to know more about the Sisters Grom, I can point you in the right direction. Where they're generally located isn't really hard to find. It's just you don't necessarily want to go into their territory.
Bagwong is paying close attention.
So they own a large section of the boroughs, but if you head sort of towards the center of town, like if you're looking at what's this? Oh, get out of here. Like if you head towards the old palaces, the old palace grounds used to be, and then you head like straight west from there, you'll run into their territory pretty quick. The fastest way to get there, unless you want to like go through the boroughs themselves, and is take the main road to the center of the city and then head west from there. Unless you want to go through the boroughs. In which case, you just kind of want to head south and east from here.
And how, I guess, it would be the center area. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Take care, I guess.
But then she finally turns and tries to trot ahead of Baiguang.
Oh, Baiguang had a thought that he will share once they have left the other deer they were just speaking to. They can find like just a corner to come around where nobody's necessarily watching,
Well, apparently there's someone watching us now.
Well,
What do you mean? He said to look like we do.
Hey, you there, he points at Dandy.
Yeah.
Kind of familiar to me.
I should be. I'm you.
oh my.
He looks a little confused. No. Like, I swear I've seen you around.
What? No, I'm just like one of you. Like you said to be.
Well,
This
okay,
is my
then.
disguise check, my deception check.
He shakes it. Sorry. A big city, and I mean, no offense, but look similar to each other.
Don't worry about it.
Good luck, guys. Excuse me, I have a debt to pay off. With that, he runs off. He's not quite clicking his heels in the air as he runs, but he's not far.
Quite
from it.
happy.
Yeah, it's a pretty fair statement. At first, he seems a little apprehensive, and then sort of, it seems to dawn on him exactly what just happened, and all of a sudden now he's feeling quite joyous. Off he goes.
Tandy has blended into his surroundings.
Oof.
What's with this photorealistic dandy?
I just now see what you did. I was a little confused by that comment. I was like, I am you. The heck is he talking? Oh,
he was not watching.
Sorry, I was busy looking at my my notes to make sure I
You
was giving
said,
the correct.
make yourself look like we do.
Yep. Those were the words that left my mouth, and here we are. You did just that. Good job.
I made a deception check and everything for the disguise.
You like a foofy deer apparently or something. I don't know.
I guess I put on some rags to make myself look like a poor person.
Well, you probably I assume your braids, which are immaculate. I suspect you might.
I'll look around for like survival or perception to like find some really baggy clothes.
It's not really hard. So unless you fumble, you
Incoming fumble. Oh wait, I can't fumble. Never mind.
yeah, it's not hard to find some dirty rags to toss.
I like
Okay, I cover up my braids. I cover up
Amber's
myself.
it smells.
I find some grime and shove my face in it.
It all smells slightly worse than the back rooms of the Coliseum.
Ooh.
I like Amber's plan.
Man, Vixen sure is being kidnapped right now.
She sure is.
Yeah.
Let's go find her.
Yeah. That thing about
Yes.
saving her, yeah.
I was just gonna say, in an effort to not stand out quite so much, even though it's very brightly colored Longma, regardless. But Baiguang is going to stow his rather nicely embroidered vest away, and he's going to pop his crystal peg leg out of its little socket, stow that away as well, and replace it with the wooden belaying pin that he's been carrying around as a emergency spare.
Gotcha.
So he's not quite so bejeweled.
I mean, to be fair, Longma are pretty rare to see in rain, but they're not like there's not unheard of.
Also, he takes one of his oil flasks and smears oil on him to make himself look dirty.
He
Fair
catches
enough.
on fire because
Also for added effect later. But don't worry about that.
So at the beginning of this campaign, my eyes on you, player.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I just considered I may have to stealth my way around.
I have decent dex, so I should be able to do it just fine.
All right. So if I understand correctly, the only person who's not doing any sort of disguise is Corp, correct?
Technically, all Sai is doing right now is taking off her hood, because that's constantly breaking a law.
Right.
Criminal.
However, I think I might have her stealth around. Because she may or may not be known. I don't know.
She's renowned. Renowned, whatever. I tried.
I mean, Ontario knew her. But the question is, how many crime organizations actually know who she is?
Also, while I'm thinking of it, I need to do something.
So she's gonna go and nat 20 herself. Don't mind me.
31.
I give you I gave you bardic inspiration on that.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I don't actually do that.
Well, you can't. She's vanished. How are you going to inspire? You can't see her.
I know you're there. You're great.
I can feel you in spirit, I think. I don't know, you just created your stealth check. I'm not even sure you're still in the material plane.
Oh no, you see a emaciated platypus.
Saye casts blink.
And
Yes,
Bygone, you said you're rolling. I see you rolled a charisma.
Yes, because it is a warlock quirk that I have to have a light in dark places.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Okay,
that is just for my own benefit.
gotcha. All right.
It's like for Vixen's sake, he will not cast a light as they walk around in the back alleys.
Gotcha. All right, so I guess that brings the question: are you guys going to take the main road down Palace Grounds, or are you going to just go through the burrows to the Sisters' Grotto?
I will not make this decision because Sai is stealth and they don't know where she is.
I will walk forward as a totally normal deer,
I think
or
few
I
are
suppose a normal sheep.
few are the individuals I think who would know where Sai is at this moment. All right, so let's take a quick group vote. Corvine, do you want to take the main road, or do you want to go directly through the burrows?
What even is the main road compared to the warehouse?
Essentially, you would backtrack a little bit to the main road, which heads towards the town, and then head west. I believe I have the map of Rain in roll 20 as an
Now let's
attachment
go.
that can
Let's
view.
go through the burrows.
All right, so you want to go through the burrows?
I vote Vesper's house.
All right, Dandy, what do you want to do? You want to take the main
The
road? Or...
burrows.
All right, Sorry, what do you want to do? I know you're hidden, but you still get a vote.
Let's see. Burrows.
All right, Bygone, what do you want to do?
Which one seemed faster?
He said that he felt that taking the main road would be faster.
And he's in favor of main road.
And Pizza, do you have a vote whether or not?
Actually, wait.
The main road.
Right, the main road's faster, right.
Then let's
I
do
thought the burrows was faster.
It's arguably more direct.
Oh, well,
If the burrows is more direct, I vote main road.
The main roads would be safer by far.
That's
Well,
what
then
Sai
we're
would go
definitely
for.
taking
It's
the
main road.
burrows.
Because cutting through the burrows would basically be navigating your finding the most efficient path to your destination. All right, so it looks like the group votes for the most part to go through the burrows. And to expedite this, do you guys wish to pursue the lead of Marsh?
Lead it. Yes. Okay.
Like,
that seems like the only lead we have,
All right.
other than Canute. But
So, go ahead, and I'd like.
What would you like?
Yeah, what would you like to see?
I would like many things, but right now I'll throw out a few options. You can make a generic charisma check, a persuasion check, an intimidate check if you want, or I'm trying to say between perception and investigation, because technically speaking, this isn't what investigation would be used for, because investigation is concerned with like searching a wall, looking for fine details.
Either one of those. I would like either one of those two.
We'll say perception. So go ahead and roll any of the above, either generic charisma or
I needed that +8.
persuasion, intimidation. Yeah, you need that +8. Intimidation.
I portray myself as a crazy old chef, and if you don't tell me where the stuff is, wait, what am I even looking for?
Yeah, is this for finding Larsh?
Yes, this is finding Larsh. I'm having the group whole to tell me basically how to determine success of it. With Corvine's check.
Okay, never mind.
With Corvine's check, it looks like it'll be pretty good, but I still need to see what everybody else rolls. If no other reason than to see if any complications come up.
Okay.
My perception was horrible.
I go, you sonnies, tell me about the Larsh, man, or I'm gonna string you up. What?
You gotta say which one that is.
That's intimidate.
Yeah, I assume it was intimidate.
Hence the stringing up part. I shake my hoof like an angry chef.
Right, yes.
Give me that raw craw.
Yeah, some raw craw. Fun phrase to say.
Racaw! Racaw!
Right now, you guys have to find. You have to fight some sort of winged
Actually,
enemy that shout.
Come to think of it, the save is also the same for you.
You know what?
Rogue gets dexterity and intelligence.
I'm gonna be an old chef telling people
no.
to listen to what she. I'm gonna be. Are you trying to be sneaky with this? Say. Well, you already rolled, say. Never mind.
That's a raw charisma check, I assume, correct?
What?
Or I guess persuasion or intimidate, or whatever have you.
Amber.
Oh, perception? Okay, cool. Alright.
Rogues do collective perception.
So it turns out that Larsh is. It appears he's a bit of an informant. Has some medium level of fame, and that he's able to keep himself. He's managed to somehow detached from the various gangs that exist, both large and small. And he acts as sort of like a broker of information. So he knows a lot of stuff, and he's managed to navigate a nice position where no one really necessarily wants to touch him. But getting a hold of him is a little tricky. You have to, talk to the right people, maybe grease a couple of palms here and there. Well, at the end of the day, it takes a bit of effort, but you do eventually find out where he is and track him down. It does cost you a little bit of money, so it'll cost a total of 10 gold to find him. However you guys want to divvy that up to you. But 10 gold.
I'll take the hit.
And on top of that, you guys do actually get into a spot of trouble or two.
Or two.
Part of it is you guys just turn down the wrong alleyway. Another part of it is you just sort of try and bully the wrong individual, and they call. That said, you guys are like, you're 6th level, right? Or are you 7th? I've forgotten.
7.
Okay. You guys are 7th level adventurers. These are like 1st level punks. So you guys get jumped a couple of times, but it's not even worth rolling a combat encounter because you just wipe the.
Oh,
It's just a swipe and they get knocked out.
So exactly how you wish to treat them is up to you guys. But at the end of the day, you do come across some trouble, but it's not really enough to worth write home about. And before you ask, no, they don't know anything useful. Most of them are just local punks looking to get a couple extra coins.
I headbutt him and walk away.
Pretty much. The guy jumps
Yeah,
over. Hey, give me your thwack! Oh.
Do you whip the ones that try to run away?
No, I'm in disguise.
Oh, fair enough.
And since we're here, we'll go ahead and use this map as well, just for kicks and giggles.
Oh, I smack some with my quote-unquote cane, which is just my staff.
Roll 20. What are you doing? Oh, that's what you're doing. Okay, that's why you're not doing this.
My very fabulous staff.
And which is less awkward? Side view. You know, you're all over the side view. Side view here. There we go. I barely see him. There we go. Visible there.
So am I missing something?
We all moved.
No, we didn't.
Not all of us.
You gotta move yourself.
Oh, when did that happen up there?
Just a moment
Just
ago.
now. And I'll just go ahead and do you a solid and just move. Oh, you got it. Never mind. So yes, this is you eventually come to his house. This thing here, when you come across him, it's probably prospectively speaking about 11 o'clock at night, and Lars appears to be chilling. Or Lars is actually outside of his house, just chilling.
Lars!
And as you guys approach, it appears you can see in his eyes he was sort of expecting you to come. And I'm going to flip you around so you're actually looking at the group. There we go.
We are here for your head.
And as you get an earshot, he cracks a big grin and, hello. I've been told that you've been alive. I understand you're looking for me.
Something about like that, Sonny.
I forget, was her name Cecilia?
Yes.
Cecilia told me.
Are you just gonna dime her out like that?
He looks a little surprised and then laughs a little. You know, it's not exactly good form to just give away your informant like that.
Sorry.
Sorry, is gritting her teeth right now as she is hiding.
After all, if someone who doesn't like you found she told you to look for me, well, guess who's gonna get in trouble?
I'm sorry.
He walks up and he says, "Is it you?"
I'm gonna guess you're a bit new to this, aren't you, Miss? In fact, judging by the way you look, I'm going to guess that you're one of them nobles, aren't you? Now, Dandy, you said you're intimidating?
Yep.
And what did you say again?
He said, "You know who gets in trouble with this?" And I responded with, "Is it you?"
All right, go ahead and roll and intimidate.
I just did.
He did.
Oh, I didn't see the result. Okay, sorry.
Then beat it.
It's funny. Roll 20 showed me that you said rolling it, but it didn't show me it didn't automatically scroll to show me the result.
Oh no.
Okay, big.
And I'm not doing my old man voice.
What did you mean when you say that? Like, what was your intention behind that statement?
I'm not trying to fake who I am.
I mean,
Probably that Larsh is the one that would be in trouble.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Because you definitely intimidated him hard. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what exactly what effect you intimidate head on.
Basically saying that it's basically the message of if you touch her, you're in trouble.
All right, there we go. He looks and he's like, "Whoa, easy. Well, I don't harm no one. All right, relax, take it easy, buddy. It's okay. I'm not gonna touch no one. It's not me. I'm just giving the good lady here a piece of advice. All right, free piece of advice."
He shoves his ball and chain back up his sleeve.
Look, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm just saying, don't ever give away your sources unless you need to.
Hmm.
Because
He seems to accept it.
Because I'm not going to lie. Now that you've told me who told you, if someone were to pay me to tell them who told you, I had that information to tell them. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is different than a more formal setting. Generally, it's better to tell your informants there because it makes your the ones you're telling more perceptive if they like them.
Like I said, unless you need to. Sometimes you have to throw names around. But this ain't the noble courts, lady. This is a place where people get stabbed for saying the wrong things to the wrong person. They don't smile in their teacups and then poison each other. But I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. But yeah, here you guys are looking for me. So what do you want? How can I help you this fine evening?
Sisters Grom, what do you know?
He nods. I know a fair bit. Depends on how much you're willing to pay.
A lot. What do you know?
I need to hear numbers, buddy.
I give him the gem. Is this a number?
I'll take this one as a down payment, and then I'll take a second one if you have I'll take a second one if you have a second one as full payment.
Where are they?
Takes over at Bagwong. Is that an intimidate check?
He's reaching into a pouch that could have money in it.
He's like, oh,
You could also
do you guys have a second gem like this one?
Where?
If the answer is yes, then I can start talking.
Hang on. Oh,
Okay.
hang on. Yes. Okay. Another gem floats. Like right in between Corvine and I forgot his name, and drops between them.
Lars.
He looks down at the gem. All right. Looks like we can do business. He looks around real quick. Let's go inside, shall we? Out here isn't the best place to talk about this sort of thing. After all, most of my clients enjoy a bit of privacy.
Sign messages Corvine as she goes in. Just fill me in later. I will keep watch.
She nods.
That's very meaningful to somebody who can't see you.
Sorry. Roll
No,
me
she
a-
used message, so
Yeah,
doesn't
so it
matter.
had to be line of sight.
No, she knows where Corvine is.
Sorry. Give me a couple perception checks. This is essentially to figure out, you see or don't see while okay. Cool. All right. As a side note, you do notice that there are individuals who are watching, but how would I put this? They're out of earshot. They're just sort of keeping an eye on it, and judging from their attire, they look more like they're not runners, as in they don't look like they're built for information. It's more like they're kind of like thugs and or bodyguards. And they have more of a just keeping an eye on things kind of look about them versus a what's over here kind of expression. You know what I mean? As you guys walk in, Larsh this presents a decent enough table and sits down, and he also closed the door behind you guys. Well, I have a lot of people who know about the Sisters Grove. Pay me nicely, so a bird. First off, there are two sisters that run the whole organization. And they keep their names real tight. Like, I don't know their actual names. I just know there's two. And they keep it pretty they're big news. They pretty much whatever you can think of as far as crime is concerned, they do it. And they're trying to, I'm sure you've heard that they're trying, and successfully, to hedge in on the business of the others. The ones that are really having any real issue with is the syndicate. That's because magic's kind of a tough thing to deal with. I mean, it's not like the Sisters of Grom don't have the occasional person who can use magic in their ranks. It's just the syndicate can like actually train them, and kind of tough to deal with that if you don't have your own thing to counter with that. But give me a second. But I'm guessing you want to know where they are exactly.
Quaglong nods for him to continue.
Might I ask why you want to know?
Does
I
it
ask
matter?
because it'll help me deliver information that's probably more helpful, because I know a lot of stuff. Probably a lot of it's stuff you don't necessarily need to know.
Well, as you said, don't reveal information that you don't need to.
He laughs a bit. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Besides the whys and what's important. Important is how do we find them? Where are they? Whatever you can give us.
Well, again, they're a big operation. Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for the sisters themselves, good luck. They're all over the place. If you're looking for their base of operations, I can give you a few different locations.
Dandy looks around at everyone to say, and basically gives a look that says, "Should I take a risk?"
Corvine shakes her head. Could you tell us the basis of operations and what they deal in particularly, each one?
Sure. He pauses a moment as I go to my notes.
Excuse me, children, as I refer to my GM notes.
Pretty much. Well, not long ago, they built themselves a nice warehouse. When you go into the warehouse, it's actually empty. There's not much there, but underneath is where they store everything. You go in there and you hide under there. There's an old manor house that they use. They used to live there. That's where the sisters themselves used to live. And they keep something there. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head what it was. They changed it. They changed it fairly recently, and it's not like you can just walk into that house. But there's been a lot of activity around that manor house late. There's an old church that they have. They like to take their special guests there for a dinner and tea. He says with heavy quotation marks. Essentially, that's their slaughterhouse. And then well, those are the main points of interest. They have a couple of smuggling houses down by the dock. A couple places here and there where they, stash some small minor stashes, but
And I was typing notes. You said the warehouse, a manor, and was there a third one that you said?
a church where they take special guests for. What did I put? Dinner and tea. And then he just sort of shrugged and said, "That's their slaughterhouse." And I'm pausing because I assume you're still taking notes.
No, I've got my notes. Bai Guang is
okay.
mulling over the new information, trying to consider which one sounds most likely.
I'm gonna guess, judging by this guy's Bai Guang, you're looking for something special, ain't you?
You could say that.
He eyes Corvine carefully. Looks over at Bai Guang. Hey, you. Still along there. That peg leg of yours.
What of it?
Is it always made of wood?
Bai Guang looks at him warily. This one has always been made of wood.
But you don't always use a wood one, do you?
Why do you ask?
Looks back at Corvine and glances at the other members of the group. So I have a sneaking suspicion that I might have caught on to who I'm talking to here. What y'all are looking for. Tell me. He turns towards him and offers a side grin. Does the name Vixen mean anything to you?
Bai Guang angrily slams both of his gems onto the table and says, "What do you know?"
He laughs a bit.
He doesn't slide them over, but they are on the table.
Alright, so you are Bai Guang. Alright then. And that would make you Miss Corvine Winterblood. That would make you Dandy Baudelaire, I presume.
He wouldn't be able to identify Dandy.
And
I'm in disguise.
Yeah.
There's no deer in our party that he would know about.
no, I'm a warrior in disguise. He still says that. He still says that anyways to Dandy. Remember, this guy's a professional informant.
Yeah, I know.
Then that would mean you over there are Amber, and the vigilante, as they like to call her, is somewhere around here. All right. And what I hear, you guys have been causing quite a bit of stir, a bit of a ruckus. And so, if I'm not mistaken, sounds like the Sister Rome kidnapped your girl. Well, you're in luck, buddy. It just so happens that I know where they took her. I don't know much beyond that, but I know where they took her.
Tell us.
The manor house.
The man?
Yeah, a few days ago. Apparently she was heading over to Snowdon and she got jumped. And they hauled her off to the manor, and that's the last anyone saw of her, was they took her in there. If you're heading in there, just to let you know, that place is probably not what it used to be. Like I said, I'm not sure what's in there now, but if they're gonna take someone like that in there, I would guess it's probably pretty well guarded. So you get in there and be careful. Oh, you'll probably want to know where it is exactly. There's a place not far from here where there used to be a series of old manor homes way, way, way back in the day. And most of them are decrepit or collapsed or whatever, but there's one of them that still has a bit of its grounds and still stands all by itself. That's the place you want to go. It looks pretty dilapidated and abandoned in front, but you'll know it when you see it.
Baiguang absorbs all of this. Anything else?
If I had anything more to tell you about your girlfriend, I would tell you, but
He starts sliding one of the gems back and leaves one on the table. But he's being very slow and deliberate about this motion.
hey, you can keep both of them. You all paid me enough money for everything I told you. Why do you think I'm still in business? Because I'm fair.
He slides back both gems then.
Trust me, when you work in the line of work I work in, you have to be very careful with how you do things. That's it. I do believe that concludes our business here, does it not?
Actually, quick out of character question. Sai made a gem appear in front of him earlier.
What happened was she took the gem from her inventory, used Mage Hand Legerdman, and since the hoof is invisible, it appeared like it was floating, and it just floated down. And I did measure; it does reach.
It was a true blue gem.
If it was an illusion, I was gonna see if Baiguang could tell, and then he would have left a real gem. But
it's legit.
Okay.
That makes sense why you went like, oh yeah, earlier, like in the middle of everything.
I was wondering about that.
But he turns towards Dandy. By the way, Mr. Baudelaire, that's actually a really good disguise. If it wasn't for your companions here, I probably wouldn't have necessarily noticed you right off the bat.
Oh, thanks. I kind of just threw it together on the spot.
He shrugs. Who knew a professional gladiator could be so good at hiding? That said, Mr. Baiguang, if you're worried about people knowing who you are, well, I will offer you this last piece of information. That is, you can rest yourself relatively easy. You're not the only Longma here in the burrows.
He considers this and nods. Like he's...
I assume you guys are in a hurry, so if we have concluded here, I bid you a good night.
Baiguang hesitates and then says, "Thank you."
Just doing business.
He was surprised at how helpful the guy was, even though they were paying him a significant amount.
You can roll me an insight check. Anybody can roll me an insight check who's in the room, since we're here.
I might just do that.
Recent insight?
Yes. Dang, that's good insight.
That wasn't. I'm going to roll that.
Sheep powers activate.
Redo.
Well then.
I'll give you humorous information. Are you rolling? Oh, you did roll. Sorry. All right. As far as you're concerned, Corbin, this dude is a steel trap. Like, you can't get nothing off of him. Baiguang, this guy is very much a steel trap. You can get almost nothing off him, but you can tell just ever so slightly that you're pretty sure he was enjoying telling. Well, that's the best way to put this.
He hopes we take them down.
Yes, he might have been. He might have been a little happy. Dandy.
Oh boy.
So yeah, it appears he's coming on to Baiguang a bit.
I'm okay with. Danny is okay with this.
Oh my word!
I send him. I send a message to him. What's his?
Lars.
Was it Lars? I say, didn't you realize he's taken? I mean,
Lars
he
glances
just told
over.
you.
Lars glances over at Dandy and he sends this simple reply: "Please stay out of my head."
Oh no! It was, and then Danny just like goes through. You can tell it goes through his mind. It's like, oh man, he's smitten.
It's like, oh, Dandy is
Double
a
crit.
love triangle.
Yep.
And with that, he will get up and head to the door and open it, and make a nice gesture for you, gentlemen, or for you, gentle folk. Sorry, to head on out.
Like Bai Guang pretty much immediately starts heading in the direction of the manor, almost forgetting about Sae.
Almost. Just for kicks and giggles, roll a perception check. I don't think you could beat it, even if you roll a crit, but just for kicks and giggles.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No,
have a
no
plus-
one is able to beat a 31.
I don't have a plus 12, but I do have no.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Now
You would
my
probably take guidance and bardic inspiration plus a nat 20 to beat size crit stealth.
I think my absolute maximum under my own power is 28.
So
And
yeah,
under my power, it's 34.
so that's
Go.
some pretty intense stars aligning right there.
It was.
In which case, it would be stars aligning with his eyes towards Sae.
Well, oh no. The
That's
love triangle gets more complicated. It becomes a love. It's a love decahedron now.
so.
It'll be a love
Corvine,
deck.
are you hanging back to say something, or are you just not moved out?
It's a love rhombus.
I just had that line in a game yesterday.
Okay.
Ron, where are you
So
going?
we are going to go
Within-
ahead. We're going to go ahead and change.
Acrobatics to land with style. Heck yes, I am landing with style.
We're
That
going to go
wasn't
ahead
flying.
and change maps, and we're going to change backgrounds.
Woo!
And by the time you guys get there, it's roughly 3-ish in the
Okay.
It's roughly what?
3 to 4 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And I will post a picture in Discord as to kind of what you guys are looking at. Is it?
I don't know how to whisper to you in roll 20, so I'm just gonna PM you this.
All right, fair enough. As a side note, it's / I believe it is. W space.
Yeah.
It's / W space, and then if you start typing the person's name, there'll be a drop down. Select it, and then you just space, and then type whatever it is you're gonna say.
I will send it to OC. You can use a person's name to send it to a
Where's that
person.
picture? Hey, Vesper, do you have that picture on hand? Because I don't remember where I put it. If you have it on hand, could you drop it in Discord real quick? Put it here. Well, there's one way to solve this solution real quick. And that is to do this, and then to.
If you're still getting the picture, it's been posted.
Oh, okay, yeah. Basically, when you ride, that is kind of what.
That's a lot of chimneys.
Granted, it's not-
Let's enter through the chimney.
Granted, it's not exactly how it looks, but that's the general look and feel of it as you arrive.
Bugwing's basically a snake. He can slither down one of those.
I mean,
And,
my people work for Santa. We can go through the chimney.
Although if I burst my wings out, I might light on fire,
I don't know about this Perryton here.
being covered in oil.
What, Dandy?
Yeah.
Dandy's the Periton.
And looking at the time, I think that's actually going to be session. Then we'll get into this next week.
Excellent.
It seems like a decent point to leave off on. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll go ahead and call it session. Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna throw money at everybody.